Hello from beautiful Aarhus, a vibrant Danish city located right by the sea. In fact, in ancient times, this city was also referred to as Aros, which literally meant mouth of the river. It is indeed one of the oldest cities in Denmark, founded back in the 8th century during the early Viking Age. These days, though, it is the student capital of the country, boasting Scandinavia's largest university, named after the city itself. Aarhus hosting the 31st edition of the Thomas Cup and the 28th edition of the Juba Cup, with 15 teams participating in the men's event and 16 in the women's. It truly is a global event. This morning, we'll be bringing you action from the men's teams championship live from the Ceres Arena. So here's a quick look at the tournament schedule. We're into day 6 here and the final of the group matches to be completed this Thursday morning. The Juba Cup quarterfinals get underway from the afternoon session. Tomorrow starts with quarterfinal action in the Thomas Cup, followed by semi-finals in the women's teams event. On Saturday, it's the semi-finals in the men's teams championship and the Juba Cup final in the evening. And finally, to end proceedings, it's the Thomas Cup final on Sunday. Here's a look at the group in this year's Thomas Cup. 13-time winners Indonesia advance as Group A winners, whilst 1961 finalists Thailand finished second. Chinese Taipei and Algeria ending their campaigns. Host nation Denmark top Group B with 2-time silver medalists, Korea going through in second place, Germany and France calling it quits. Group C, who will be featured right here on Court 1 shortly, comprise of reigning champions China, India, who will also progress, while Tahiti and the Netherlands call time on their campaigns. Group D sees 2018 runners-up Japan and 5-time champions Malaysia advance to the knockout stages as Canada bow out. First up, it's the Thomas Cup clash here on Court 1 between China and India in Group C. And that's followed by Juba Cup quarterfinal action in the afternoon session, Korea taking on Denmark, and then in the evening session, Chinese Taipei taking on China. But before the women get on court, it is time for the men's. It's a battle for top spot in Group C with 10 times China taking on India. India, who last medaled in the event in 1979, so they will be looking to better that performance. In fact, it's the first time since 2010 that the Indian men's team have progressed to the knockout stages. It's a big task for them though, taking on China, the mighty Chinese. This is how the order of play for the first matchup between the two teams looks like. Shi Yu Qi taking on Kidambi Srikanth in the first of the men's singles, and that'll be followed by the first of the men's doubles rubber between Herji Ting, Jo Hao Dong taking on Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty. Second men's singles tie sees Lu Guangzhou take on Samir Varma, and in the second of the men's doubles, Liu Cheng and Wang Yilu will face MR Arjun and Dhruv Kapila. And to end things in the final match, the men's singles third rubber, it's Li Shifeng and Kiran George locking horns. It is going to be the first of the men's singles that gets us underway here on Court 1. And that is between Shi Yu Qi and Kidambi Srikanth. It is indeed an epic clash between the number 1 players in their respective countries. As we wait for the players to walk out. There's Shi Yu Qi of China leading his country as he did in the Sudirman Cup a couple of weeks back in Vanta, and they clinched gold there. So he'll be looking to repeat that performance here at the Thomas Cup and retain the title for China. Standing in his way though, and hoping to create an upset here, is India's very experienced Kidambi Srikanth, the former world number 1. is indeed looking to turn things around, not just for himself, but also for the Indian men's team here in Denmark, as the two players walk on court, getting ready for the toss of the coin. Joining me in commentary is Australian national Grania Somerville, and this indeed, Grania, is an interesting lineup by the Indian men.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see who they've chosen here, and just seeing that head-to-head there, especially between Srikanth and Shi Yu Qi, with Srikanth leading 4-1. It'll be really interesting to see who fares best today. That was a while ago, those matches back in 2017, 2018. So, you know, to see what form they're in and how they approach this match will be good.
Well, we just saw the toss of the coin with Shi Yu Qi choosing to receive after winning it. And the 25-year-old Chinese now the #1 choice in this Chinese setup to lead the men's singles. He's 183 centimeters tall, ranked 10th in the world currently. He has reached to top 2 in the world, finishing in 2nd as his highest ranking. Born in Jiangsu, China, Shi Yu Qi. He, as I mentioned, has been in decent touch at the Sudirman Cup. He did have that epic victory over Kento Momota in the final against Japan, so a lot more positive results under his belt as he prepares for this tournament. Kidambi Srikanth, on the other hand, has had a mixed bag of results at the Sudirman Cup and will be looking for a more consistent performance here in the Thomas Cup. 28 years of age, 178 centimeters tall, currently ranked 14th in the world, but he has been a former world #1, and that was back in 2018. So it's been a couple of years since then, and he will be looking to, you know, duplicate that level and that form in this match against Shi. The umpire today is Jörg Huberts from Germany, and he will be joined by Henrik Boas of Denmark, who will be the service judge and officiating this match. And as we look at Team India just generally, and then, you know, they're missing Sai Praneeth in this lineup, which is an interesting choice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that, you know, you wonder what they think picking this lineup, whether, you know, injury has come into play or they're just going off their head-to-heads, which are really impressive. The Indian team is leading in all the head-to-heads in the men's singles. So that could have come into factor here, definitely.
Well, these two men have met 5 times before actually, with Kidambi Srikanth leading the head-to-head 4-1. Their last meeting was at the Asian Badminton Team Championships back in 2018 that Srikanth won in 3 at the quarterfinal stage. And before that, all 4 meetings came in 2017 with Shi Yu Qi winning the Dubai Super Series finals, Srikanth winning the French Open and the Australian Open and the Singapore Open. So while that is a nice statistic to have, it has been quite some time. It has been 3 years since their last match. And if you look at the current level and the current matches that Shi Yu Qi has had, he's certainly been tested a lot more, especially in that Sudirman Cup. And he's come through with positive results.
Yeah, you definitely have more confidence in Shi Yu Qi's level with his recent performances, but Srikanth, we know, has that level in him, having been world #1 previously. So I think with the last 3 meets having all gone to 3 sets, we can definitely look forward to a good match now.
Well, India will serve as we get this match underway. It's just out. And this time it is in. Srikanth misjudging that a little bit. It's just a matter of finding the rhythm early on in this match, isn't it? This is Shi Yu Qi's, of course, first match in this tournament. He's been given a rest after that really long and tiring Sudirman Cup performance. So for Shi Yu Qi, this is his first outing on court in the Thomas Cup, which would mean that it will take him some time to warm up compared to Srikanth, who's already had a match.
Yeah, I think he'll be really having to switch it on right now, Shi Yu Qi, from that break, as you mentioned. So it may take a little bit of adjustment, but I'm sure he's used to this, switching it on for this kind of event and level.
Shi Yu Qi's challenge that.
It was a nice follow-up from Srikanth there. They do seem to start out these matches very kind of passive, slow and controlled, not going for too much. So it's good to see a little bit of explosiveness there.
And that was in, so it was the right decision by the line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
Kidambi Srikanth takes a 4-2 lead. But it's also about just gauging the opponent's level this early on before they really, you'll see a change maybe midway through the game where they've understood where their opponent's at a little better and then start playing them accordingly.
Even that early there, Shi Yu Qi seemed to be going for it a lot more, increasing the intensity a little bit, maybe feeling more comfortable on court right now.
China played India the Sudirman Cup as well as fantastic drop shot. Oh, beautiful. Just a light jump.
In that Sudirman Cup as well, that's when Shi Yu Qi beat Momoda in 3 sets, which is, going to boost his confidence a lot.
So China played India in the Sudirman Cup before, as I was mentioning, and in that game they chose to go with Sai Praneeth, and Sai Praneeth lost in 2 games. So maybe they're looking at maybe having a different setup this time around, and knowing the history between these 2 men, this could turn out to be a wise decision.
Yeah, I think if Srikanth is in form and healthy, then he can put up a good fight and see if he can go a little bit better than Sai Praneeth did in Sudirman.
Right now, though, it's all Shi Yu Qi. The last couple of points, he's come on top.
He's really stepped up the speed in these last few rallies. So Srikanth needs to try and keep up with him and then take his own opportunities when they come as well.
And you just think that Srikanth is not quite as confident about his game as he used to be. Looking at his performances, it's been a win and a loss and a win and a loss, and even earlier on in the year, he's not had the best of starts to 2021. And
yeah, I think it's when he was world number 1 that he had that knee injury that kept him out for a little bit, and he hasn't really been able to find his form since then, or the consistency that he had during that world number 1 period. So
as you see, that Shi Yu Qi's taken a 8-4 lead now. He's looking a lot more commanding on court.
yeah, Srikanth needs to really try and stay with him here, up his intensity. And that's not really the way to do it.
9-4.
It's been, since 2018, as we mentioned, when Srikanth was number 1, he hasn't really won a title as well since then. So these are all little signs that he is not feeling his game as well as he used to. And it's 5-9. Shi Yu Qi still ahead by 4 points. That last one going out. Oh, beautiful.
Well played by Shi Yu Qi. Srikanth's shuttle was spinning a little bit, so he did really well to control that cross-court net.
And so he's just 1 point away from being in the lead at the mid-game break. That is the kind of level he needs to bring. That's the kind of energy and control that Srikanth will need to play consistently in this match against Shi Yu Qi. And we have witnessed some really amazing matches between these two men previously. So if they can retain their energy throughout, we are promised an exciting thriller just out. And with that, Shi Yu Qi has taken the 11-6 lead in this first game. 5 points up. After a slightly slow start, he has established his command in this match. It's taken him 7 minutes.
这品是正好有抓到，有时候他推控制的不好，他能力不行，他那球有点质量不行，我都说一下。
中间的时候它会有一个这个病，就是你这种球的问题直接拦在手掉下，真的是那个，它就直接就在冲，对吧？这手给你冲，至于身体上点那个什么。
Shi Yu Qi getting some advice from his coach there in that short break.
I think Shi Yu Qi's attack has been working well. Srikanth's defense hasn't been that sharp so far, but he did have that nice counter block at the end there. So I think if he can get his defense on point, then he can give Shi Yu Qi a bit of a better run for his money.
Oh, fantastic smash. A lot of power.
Beautiful net spin there.
He sets it up really well, and then up he goes. Just beautiful delivery from Shi Yu Qi. You feel like he's coming back into his own. You know, he suffered a really bad injury at a couple of years back, and with the pandemic also coming in the midst of his comeback, it has set him back a few years. And with the Sudirman Cup performances especially, you think that Shi Yu Qi is finally sort of finding his form back. Oh, good rally. He's just found the line. Lovely down the line shot from Shi Yu Qi.
He really is taking the initiative in the game so far. You can see he's unloading most of the smashes. Longest rally there, 23 shots.
That backhand did the damage there from Shi Yu Qi.
It seems Srikanth is really just struggling a little bit to control the shuttle. He's getting a little frustrated that he can't keep it in some of these rallies, these easy mistakes.
Yep. Just making the errors. It's costing him a lot of points. Kidambi Srikanth.
And we have talked about how previous days there have been, it seems, slow shuttles used. maybe today they have switched up to a little bit of a faster shuttle, which could be affecting Srikanth. A few too many going out the back so far. Whereas other days we've seen people leaving them and they're landing in.
Just at the midcourt when he lifts the shuttle, he's not finding his range. And so it's a 10-point lead for Shi Yu Qi. He has really dominated proceedings.
So with those 3 or 4 lifts out the back, Srikanth could try and just control the net a bit more and get the attack. Or he can just hit it right in the corner like that as well and get a nice winner.
He's got the power, Kidambi Srikanth. And he's got the experience to know when to mix up the shots as well. So it's really about finding that rhythm.
That was nice. He stepped in really quick there. Took Shi Yu Qi's drop shot really early.
And that's 3 quick points for Kidambi Srikanth. Look at that. Just gently guiding the shuttle across the net. But then you have Shi Yu Qi who backs up with that kind of cross-court smash where the opponent is left helpless. Unfortunately, that does not go as planned for Kidambi Srikanth, and with that, Shi Yu Qi is just 2 points away from closing this game up. 19-10 now.
Great net spin there. Shuttle just spinning uncontrollably.
And that is a wild backhand from the Chinese men's singles player. And, you know, Shi Yu Qi knows a lot about playing team events and winning team events, so no matter who's on the other side of the net, he's got enough experience to be in control at all times of his game. And with that, he's set up 8 game points. And that is out, and that means that Shi Yu Qi seals the first game 21-12 in dominating fashion. We saw a couple of brilliant moments from Kidambi Srikanth in that first game, but we'll need to see more of those if he is to make an impact in this one. 21-12 in 13 minutes. Shi Yu Qi is on his way to seeing China take the lead.
So I think Shi Yu Qi, played really incredibly in that first set. He's really dominating. He's able to unleash a lot of smashes that are predominantly winners right now. So Srikanth really needs to try and get his defense working, get some of them back, and also maybe we'll see him be able to control his lifts a little bit more on this side of the court if there is drift in play. Otherwise, if his lift still isn't working, he might just resort to playing more of a net game.
We just saw Kidambi Srikanth come on court and just hit the shuttle and gauge where it landed on the other side. I think he's still trying to get an understanding of the movement of the shuttle. For Shi Yu Qi, it's been a very confident showing so far in what is his first match here at the Thomas Cup.
Second game, level play.
And Shi Yu Qi will start the second game.
Service over.
It's just that kind of
1 love.
light touches and catching his opponent off guard is what Kidambi Srikanth needs to do more of.
That was a really powerful backhand there. Caught Shi Yu Qi off guard.
And it's out. Oh, it's in. He's called it in.
3 love.
No, it was out.
Service over. 1-3.
That was a good start from Kidambi Srikanth. But Shi Yu Qi has pulled one back with a fantastic smash. That's
2-3.
another one in the same side of the court.
Srikanth is really struggling here to return Shi Yu Qi smashes. So he does seem a bit reluctant to lift, understandably. That was well played by Srikanth. I think he's resorting to playing more of a box-style game, so more of the net and flatter lift, so he doesn't give Shi Yu Qi that time to get behind the shuttle and unleash those huge smashes that have been hitting great winners against Srikanth. But of course, Shi Yu Qi has that great net game play where he can really force Srikanth to have to hit those lifts as the only option.
That was a really nice net shot from Shi Yu Qi, really tight. Just look at that. Oh. Great play at the net by both players. He's just so quick, Shi Yu Qi. Very quick reaction, very quick reflexes. He's on top of most of the shots that come his way.
Yeah, beautiful brush there.
That makes him very difficult to beat.
5-4.
And he's also got an amazing tenacity, as we saw in the Sudirman Cup final against Kidambi, which went all 3 games. But he just held on and fought hard and played his game, eventually getting Momota to relinquish. So we know he can, no matter what and what the circumstances, we know he can always find his way back. He's got that mental strength and tenacity in him. He was going for the smash. You can see he's upset.
I think he broke his string. Yeah, you can see he broke his string, so had that easy half-court lift. The strings were not cooperating.
That is great expression. Just sticking out his tongue slightly. It's good to see players be able to enjoy themselves even when the competition is this intense.
6, 5.
Srikanth's really using the net well now. He does have that little bit of deception in his net as well with his holds, which makes Shi Yu Qi just pause. He can't anticipate as much, which is a great advantage to Srikanth.
Kidambi Srikanth, of course, has won some amazing titles in the past. Super 1000s and China Open and Indonesia Open, and then he's also won the Denmark Open, so he knows a thing or two about playing in these Danish conditions.
Definitely a little bit different from the conditions in India, I'm sure.
Yes. And he has previously said that, you know, the stop-start season these last 2 years has not helped him and his game, and it's been frustrating for him. So I'm sure he's glad to finally get a big level match under his belt.
That was a great rally there. Really well worked by Srikanth. Pushing right to the corner. Coming forward with that net kill.
There was a big fist bump at the end as well.
Oh, that did look close.
He's challenged it.
Challenger all in.
There is plenty of Indian support among his teams. That is out.
Correction.
So Srikanth with a good call there to take an 8-6 lead. Being cheered on by his teammates.
8, 6.
The teams
And
do
members in
seem
the crowd.
extra rowdy today. They know these matches are big. Court next to us there is Japan versus Malaysia.
Yep.
So
It's a battle for top spots. You know, every point counts. Every game counts.
Service over. 7, 8.
And Shi Yu Qi being unrelentless there.
oh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Lovely reverse slice.
9.
There you go, the Indians really getting behind their teammate. Chirag Shetty with the horn. And you've got all of them gathered in support. They know what a big moment this is. If they can beat China, it'll do amazing things for their confidence. It's the first time since 2010 that India have made the knockouts in the Thomas Cup.
Good variation there from Shi Yu Qi. Just choosing to play that stop drop shot, get another short lift, and then go for that down the line smash.
The horns are out in full force. There you go, smash down the line. He's done that a couple of times in this match. Very, very effectively. It's a 1-point game. Oh, lovely backhand. This is fantastic rally. Oh, beautiful.
It was Srikanth's hold at the net that really turned the point around there.
It's just a lovely backhand there from Srikanth. 24 shot rally, that one. It's the longest rally of the match so far. Srikanth now up 10-8 in the second game.
He's really found his groove now. He's not making those unforced errors like we saw in the beginning. He's really sharp around the net and getting more of the attack himself and defending better against Shi Yu Qi's smashes. In saying that, that was a nice smash. He does have that great variation, Shi Yu Qi, with the down the line and the cross, so you really can't anticipate one more than the other, really. He makes the court very big for his opponent.
And unlike Shi Yu Qi, Kidambi Srikanth, smash is not going his way at the moment. It's 10-all. He did well to leave it there, but it's called in, and he's challenged it.
Challenges call in.
It did look like it was going out,
He left it quite confidently.
but it is well in, so maybe you should have played it. That was a
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
misjudgment from Kidambi Srikanth that costs him as Shi Yu Qi takes the lead, and a narrow lead, 11-10 at the mid-game break in the second game. He's already won the first 21-12 and was trailing for a large part of the second game at the start of the second game. So he's done well to come back and take the lead here after 13 minutes in the second game. The players back on court to restart the second game. Kidambi Srikanth needs to do more of what we saw in that beginning of the second game, where he was really mixing it up well and doing, in fact, really well at the net. Oh, you kind of knew that was coming. He's so good at closing the points off with that big smash of his, Shi Yu Qi.
Yeah, Srikanth was there, just mistimed the swing.
This is great movement from Shi Yu Qi. Keeping the pressure on Srikanth. It's now a 3-point lead for Shi Yu Qi of China. 22-shot rally.
Srikanth's just still a little bit shaky in his consistency. Still some of these small unforced errors that you don't see as much in Shi Yu Qi's game.
14-10.
And as the gap goes larger, he'll likely be more tentative with his shots, Kidambi Srikanth, because he knows it's not too far away before Shi Yu Qi can close this match off. 15-10 now, 5-point lead for Shi Yu Qi. It's confident play at the net. Oh, great drop shot.
When he jumps up like that, he really has so many options. You can just see that Srikanth cannot anticipate anywhere.
You think he's going to smash it?
Yeah, he's mixing it up with all these drop shots, cross, straight smashes. Yeah, he has great variety right now in his rear court game, Shi Yu Qi.
He's won the Sudirman Cup twice with Team China, 2019, 2021, gold medal. He's won the 2018 Thomas Cup with Team China. He was part of that as well. He won the 2018 Asian Games men's teams event as well with China. So a lot of experience in this stage, Shi Yu Qi.
He still is reasonably young as well at only 25 years old, and with Chen Long, slowing down, it's definitely his opportunity to take over that, the crown of the #1 men's singles player in China. And he really looks, with this game, ready for that.
$17-10 now, Shi Yu Qi. Just 4 points away from closing this match.
Service over. 11-17.
That is more like it from Kidambi Srikanth. Powerful cross-court smash.
Service over. 18.
And even the power in his flicks is amazing. Shi Yu Qi just generating amazing power with that forehand. Great rally. Oh,
Lovely net play.
yep. Srikanth Kidambi coming up close to the net, forcing the error. This is a great rally again between the two players. Been fantastic court coverage both ways.
14-18.
And he's really kind of giving Shi Yu Qi the run around a little bit. Srikanth doing well with that. It's a 26 shot rally. It was the longest one of the match so far, but just controlling the shuttle better, giving his opponent the run around. That is the right tactic.
Nearly wrong-footed in there, Srikanth. Got the opportunity and messed it up, unfortunately. He does have that really nice finesse at the net and the holes in his net deception that's catching Shi Yu Qi off guard every now and then. That could be the added level that Shi Yu Qi needs to add to his game, a bit more deception around the front court in his net.
15-19.
Yes, so far Srikanth has won more of the net points in this exchange, and just really tight net shots coming from the Indian player. And Shi Yu Qi has the smashing power to end it all, and he's got 5 match points now to give China the 1-0 lead in this top of the table clash. Again, very effective smashing from Shi Yu Qi. There's a little misjudgment there from Shi. And Srikanth shuttle hitting Shi. Still 4 match points here. And just when you thought he was doing so well at the net, it is Shi Yu Qi who triumphs in impressive fashion, 21-12, 21-16. In 36 minutes, Shi Yu Qi, impressive from the get-go against Kidambi Srikanth. We saw we saw moments of brilliance from the Indian player, but it wasn't consistent enough to challenge Shi Yu Qi, who has really dominated proceedings here on court 1. As the players walk off court, Shi Yu Qi will be happy with his performance, getting China off to the right start. And just look at match point here. It's a good net exchange. Shi Yu Qi pushing Srikanth back. And with the drop shot, follows up with a really nice net shot. And Srikanth, who's been so good at the net so far in this match, just failed right at the end there. So big relief for Shi Yu Qi as he gets the win under his belt in his first Thomas Cup outing. And puts Team China ahead. And so coming up, it is the first of the men's doubles between He Jiting, Jo Haodong and Chirag Shetty, Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy. Welcome from the city of sailors. This is Aarhus, Denmark. It's the second largest city in the country. And it is a big fan of sailing. The locals love this sport because of the waterfront that they have, the glorious waterfront facing the Kattegat Sea. And it is indeed a sporting city, Aarhus, as it also is hosting